Hey everyone, Tim from Word of Life Church. I wanted to come on and do kind of an addendum to the news updates that we had today. Let me get a better position here. We're talking about really the economy and the way it's going. Well, there is one news article that comes from some of the sources I look at, and it's I wanted to come on and discuss it because to be honest, I'm 50-50 on this right now. But anyway, the title of the story that is reported says it is going to be a bloodbath. When it crashes down, it will be too late. Time to get your money out of the bank. And of course, we're talking about all the plunging stock markets, and we're going to go into negative. We don't see, that's the whole problem with this. We don't know exactly if this is just being caused to create panic to everyone to pull their money out, or if this is actually something that is occurring out of its own self. It's just the way that it's going. I think it's a little bit of both. The world powers, go back and forth, and it's one of their apparent silly little chess games to do to play with the economy with the way it is. Can destroy nations if they want to, using the economy. It's only by the grace of God that they haven't been able to do any of that yet. But it gives all of these markets, like the Dow 30, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and the rest of the ones out of the world, was small cap 2000, S&P 500 VIX. That's U.S. But it gives other countries as well. But it says that our readers have been calling it a bloodbath, a train wreck happening right before our eyes. It does say, it says, while there is no doubt the Fed's plunge protection team is working furiously to manipulate the market and stop this slow motion crash. If we take a step back and look at other financial news coming out, showing a big picture of not just markets under stress, but a global economy on the verge of a meltdown. As I said, people, I'm concerned about this. I'm 50-50 on this. I know we talk about cooler heads prevail, but I'm wondering if maybe this is the one little thing that we've been waiting for to give us some knowledge to do this. I know a lot of people have their life savings in the bank. Now imagine this, people's life savings in the bank. When the bank shuts down, that's it. You've lost it. That's horrible to think about. People's going to be stock market, the crash, the Great Depression, jumping off buildings, committing suicide, cause a bloodbath, exactly what they're calling it. So I'm leaving this up to the reader. I don't want to be the one to come right out and say, get all of your assets out right now, put them in a fire safe. That way, you at least still got them for a while, however long, that they're still worth something. I don't doubt that if this happens after that point, that the American dollar will be totally devalued and it'll be just worthless piece of papers. We'll be in the poor class with nothing, and there'll be no more middle class, and it'll be all the elite at the top that has everything. Let's see. If you go to getting this website here, and there's others reporting on it as well, but this is just one of the ones that I use that deal with some of this stuff. If you go to there's no www, it's just HTTP, semicolon, 2 lines, or you can do a search on it, just do a Google search on it, allnewspipeline.com, and you'll see a link that has the title that you can click on that says it, and it's the title I just gave you, said it's going to be a bloodbath. When it crashes down, it will be too late. Time to get your money out of the bank. As I said, I am, you can pull stuff out and you can always put it back in if something doesn't come to pass the way they're talking about it. But would it not be better if you had everything out and just, wouldn't have to worry about it? I'm leaving it up to the listener. I can't give financial advice. I'm not an economist. I can only tell you what I'm seeing coming down the line right now. And they're saying that, I don't know that they're actually trying to use any scare tactics this time, or they're actually, it's time in their plan to crash everything, to do a global reset. So at any rate, Dow plunges more than 500. Global stock market rout continues as panic begins to engulf the world. See, everybody is in a panic over this, and I don't know if that's what they want. Well, I know it's what they want us to rely upon them. So if they can turn this around for them, please help us, elite government, please help us. Instead of calling on the one who can help us, which is the Lord. Legend warns global stock market rout to end in full-blown panic. Everyone, also along with that, heard the story about the Walmart's closing. Nationwide, 150-something stores, laying off like 10,000 people. That's real. That's happening. That's another sign right there. These places are starting to shut down, and it's just there's more here. It's real-time stock indices futures, worldwide stock markets showing extreme stress. And look at all the red, and it's talking about showing the scale of how the market is. I'm gonna go on with this because most of the newer stuff that's come out since I did the news articles, the news update today. This is stuff that's come out since then. Consumer drowning sorrows at the. I'm sorry. Start that again. Consumer drowning sorrows at the bar. When the mass layoffs start hitting in 2016, and we're seeing it happen. Look at Walmart. What happened? Even this category of spending will. Contract. If you think the 2015 consumer spending numbers were atrocious, you haven't seen anything yet. That is 3 or 4 different articles talking about what's going on in the financial market. And when I saw that, it said time to get your money out of the bank. People, I don't know. I sincerely hope that the Lord's going to give us some more time, and He's going to stop this from happening. Even though maybe the elite may be actually trying their best this time to do this. I pray that the Lord will stop this and to give us some more time. But as I said, it may not hurt to get you a good nest egg out of your bank. I mean, you don't. If it happens, imagine the scene. People trying to break down the bank doors and get their money out, but their money ain't going to be there. And they consider your money an unsecured debt, and they will take that to pay off all their creditors and stuff like that. So the money you've got in there now technically does not belong to you. I've talked about this before. Lord help us. I'll leave this to the listeners' thoughts, and you're going to have to make the decision. It's going to have to be you. I can only report and tell what's going on and what stuff is coming down, and there's multiple sources that's coming down saying just the exact same thing, that this is going to be a bloodbath and that you need to act pretty quickly before it plunges so far. That's it. But at any rate, like I said, most of the updates since I did the news updates this morning, it's what this is about, the stock market. And but ladies and gentlemen, we are I'm afraid we're on the cusp of something that is going to be horrendous, worse than anything that we've ever experienced economy wise. So at any rate, as I said, I'm just reporting what's coming down the line. It's up to each and every one of you out there and your conscience to do what you feel is right for your finances, your family, whatever the case may be. When I brought this up to check and see if there's any further news come, I saw that, and my heart just kind of just fell. So, brother, you keep saying you don't supposed to fear. That's right, we don't fear because we know the Lord's taking care of us, but still the human part of you worries about stuff like that, worries about people, worries about older people that's got all their money tied up in the bank or something like that, and there's no way they'll be able to get it out. If something, and because nobody will when something happens, but you think about stuff like that, and it's saddening and it's worrisome and bothersome. We've got family that has all their money tied up in the bank, and they've got to jump through 50 hoops to be able to get it all out, and you don't want to do it. Just run in and pull everything out and look in a big panic, because that in itself is going to cause panic. I may think about this and come back on maybe tomorrow and pray about it and see if something doesn't happen overnight. So this is very iffy. This is a slippery slope that we're getting on right now. It seems like we've got one foot grounded on dry land and the other on a muddy slope that we could easily just step off and just head down. At any rate, I felt the need that I needed to come on and talk about this and bring this to everyone's attention. And it says, when it crashes, it's going to be too late. And that's one part of the title. It says time to get your money out of the bank right now. And the Dow plunging and all the other news, it's just not good news at all. So at any rate, I leave this up to the listener. Once again, like I said, to make the decision for your life, what's right. As I said, if you get it out, everything ends up, the Lord blesses and stops all this from happening. Then, you can put whatever back in. Probably not off a whole lot. You might want to, as I said one day, we're back to the old days of people hiding money in their mattress. Well, nowadays it's fire safes and stuff like that. So at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and maybe do some more looking in on this and see. But I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention, and let me give that website again to look at. Hey, it's there's no www, but just do a Google search. allnewspipeline.com. And they'll have the article on there, and you'll have a link to show what's going on. And this news article is from All News by a reporter named Susan Duclos, D-U-C-L-O-S. Make sure you're reading it. But the title is going to be there. You're going to see it. Probably first and foremost when you go to that page. So at any rate, I'm going to sign off, and I'll probably do some more looking on this. But I wanted to give that warning. So we'll see what happens. Lord bless each and every one of you. Hope hope everyone makes the right decision for their life, and hopefully, if this is what's going to happen, that this is the warning right here we're giving out, and maybe we can beat the elite at their own game. I know the Lord certainly can, because He's in control of everything. So at any rate, we'll see you in the next video. If I see something else we need to talk about and bring to your attention, I'll most certainly do it. Take care and God bless, and we'll see you next time.